liberals are staging a Tesla takedown. All right. We doing a live stream over the weekend for Stock Club, and we're gonna evaluate Tesla and what I think its valuation is going to be, along with the 8 things that we look for when we're looking to invest in the company. All right, we're gonna realign our portfolios, make sure that we invest in dollar cost average in the right way, and then we're gonna be able to run it up. Okay. In the meantime, some people have no time on their nothing better to do and nothing but time on their hands. And you know what they're doing with it? They're wasting time. They're wasting time. They're wasting your time. They're wasting my time. They're wasting everybody's time. I personally, Wrath Unique, thank you for the super chat. Personally, I don't get it. I don't understand how y'all have this amount of time on your hands to do something that's not conducive for your lifestyle. How you had this much time on your hands to be a crash dummy? Blows my mind. Blows my mind. If I don't like somebody, if I don't like something, if I don't like a product, I just don't go in, I just don't do it. I just don't buy it no more. I don't like Disney, so I don't watch Disney movies. Cinderella absolutely tanked. I didn't like how woke Nike had became, so I stopped buying Nikes, and that's just the end of it. I'm not about to stand outside of your building. I'm not about to fly. It was some people in Detroit the other day, and I think that I was telling y'all this. There was some people, oh no, I was telling it on the blog. It's going to be on the blog today that I drop on Darth Anton. It was some people in Detroit, and while Mayor Mike Duggan was touting all of the progress in the last State of the City address that he's doing, while he was touting all of the progress, right, and he was detailing what Dan Gilbert was going to do with the new towers in order to create a better river walk for the city of Detroit and for us to progress. Do you know that there was a bunch of raging liberals that is not even living in the city, mostly white people, that came down to the Riverwalk, right? And they were standing in front of the GM building, and they were looking over at Canada, because we can look directly over at Canada, and they were singing "Oh Canada" and pouring out their hearts of how they adore Canada. And if you look across the river and you look across the water, we had a whole bunch of people here in Detroit that was basically singing it. And then across the water, it looked like it was maybe 30 people over there with a Canadian flag, like, yeah, we stand with y'all, standing with us over here in the United States of America. We so treasonous, so ignorant, and so dumb. Treasonous, ignorant, and dumb at the same time. But liberals are staging a Tesla takedown, and this is what they came up with. Check it out.
Anti-Musk protesters prepare for a global Tesla takedown day of action tomorrow. Elon Musk is responding to the escalating chaos.
The real problem is not the people. It's not like the crazy guy that firebombs a Tesla dealership. It's the people pushing the propaganda that caused that guy to do it. Those are the real villains here. And we're going to go after them. And the president's made it clear we're going to go after them.
Here to react to all of this news, former Pennsylvania Congressman Patrick Murphy.
Before we get into this, before we get into all of the details of the upcoming Tesla takedown staging, protesting, I think I found a video of these people that was protesting at the U.S.-Canadian border based off of the Trump tariffs. These Americans. This is what they came into Detroit to do. Let me see if I can find it.
Two countries, one cause. Demonstrators in Detroit and Windsor joining forces in a cross-border protest united against President Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada. Thank you for joining us. I'm Will Jones.
And I'm Pamela Osborne. Protests are happening just as President Trump's reciprocal tariffs on Canada and Mexico are set to take effect. That's on April 2nd. Our Jacqueline Francis is here to show us how demonstrators hope to get the attention of those in power. Jacqueline?
This was incredibly unique in the fact that on this side of the Detroit River, there were protesters, and then on the other side, there were Canadian protesters, all fighting for the same cause. From the U.S. to Canada, protesters gave their take on tariffs.
I will tell you definitively, without a shadow of a doubt, every last one of these people do not live in the city of Detroit. None of them. None of these people. None of these people.
From the U.S. to Canada, protesters.
None of these people. None of these old geezer alphabet community people. Zero, zilch, nada. Not one of these people live within city limits. But yet here they were, with Canadian flags, standing on our river walk in the United States of America, pledging their allegiance to Canada and being treasonous against the presidents of the United States of America. Definitively, these people do not live within city limits at all.
Gave their take on tariffs.
We're protesting what's happening to the United States and how we're treating our neighbor.
Organizers say the demonstration is in response to President Donald Trump's tariffs against Canada.
What's happening with our allies, Canada, there's a lot of people very upset.
Earlier this week, President Trump defending the tariffs.
We're going to be getting back some of the wealth that very, very foolish presidents gave away.
Lock him up! Lock him up!
Protesters also called out Trump for his recent remarks about making Canada part of the U.S. Demonstrators taking pride in the turnout.
By seeing this many people coming out on a cold day in Detroit, maybe it'll have some impact.
There's an awful lot of people here, and we have our friends across the river.
Couldn't believe my eyes. As I was doing my show and I was working feverishly inside of my studio, people were calling me and they said, Anton, it's the State of the City address. I said, I know, I forgot about that. I should have been there. They said, oh yeah, up the street right after that, it's a whole lot of white people that's pledging their allegiance and singing to Canada, and they actually treason singing Trump. I said, word? They said, yeah, you should come over here and vlog it. I said, I can't. I got to stay focused and I got stuff to do. I got to get this stuff out. We got stuff that we got to do. We got business that we got to take care of. We don't have time to be sitting there with y'all that obviously don't have no job or no purpose in life. And so you over there doing this dumb junk, messing up our river walk and our progress. Get out of here.
Patrick, thanks so much for joining the program. We had one of our reporters on the ground there asking Democratic representatives what they felt about this. This is what they had to say, Patrick.
Can you tell us what you think about what's happening with the Tesla products, the violence at the dealerships? What's your take on the situation?
I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit late here right now.
What's your take on it? Do you denounce the violence?
Why are people so upset when they see a Tesla in the parking lot?
I can't comment to that, in terms of public sentiment. So,
but do you think Democrats are to blame for why people are so triggered by this? Because
no, absolutely not.
Patrick, this whole scandal is kind of weird to me because most of the people that I know that drive Tesla are Democrats.
Right, Lawrence. And we got to make sure that we're clear that political violence has no place in our country, right? We have elections. They're over. He's a private citizen. He's doing what he can. I thought Brett Bart did a phenomenal job last night having him on. We can talk about that. But the reality is this, whether it was January 6th or whether it's bombing Tesla or spray painting or putting swastikas on, it's wrong. It is wrong. And they better not do it in my neighborhood. They better not do it against my family members.
Yeah. I think this also goes to the overall point of the temperature being high right now. The rhetoric is going crazy right now. You got representatives that are using profanity. I want to play this montage of some of the most recent examples from some of the Democratic officials. Let's watch.
And to see this administration claiming that it cares about competence and merit, and then be responsible for an epic like this.
What I repeat is that on the day that the person that should have been president had to deliver her concession speech, I didn't know it was going to be this bad.
When they go low, we go high. He can go.
Liberal friends, they always tell me, well, what about Trump? I think the difference is when you talk about Donald Trump, he's being his authentic self. This is a new occurrence for the Democrats. So either they were faking before or they're faking now. But it's not consistent. I don't think people are buying it. Do you?
Well, listen, Les, I gave up cursing for Lent. I gave up cursing and ice cream for Lent. So, listen, no matter if you're Democrat or Republican, you got to be authentic, right? You got to be genuine. And I think that's why people are frustrated. And I think they're frustrated because you're seeing, the audio isn't matching the video. People are saying one thing and then doing another. And that's the real frustrating thing. And I think that's why people are standing up and saying, hey, what's really going on here?
Well, I hope they get it together because I like competition. I like a battle of the parties. I used to be a Democrat. I want them to go to the ideas that once inspired me. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any hope right now, but we'll follow it, Patrick. I know you're a proud Democrat still. Thank you, sir, for joining the program.
All right. Thanks, Les.
I used to be like a lot of my people and a lot of the ones that was raised around me. I too was once a Democrat, and I too was out of my mind, and I too was programmed to think something that wasn't true, and I was, absolutely in the same boat as a lot of you guys. I too used to be a Democrat. I remember I did a video, and it's so cringe because I went back and looked at it that I was so embarrassed by myself. I should have left it up. I don't know if it's still up or not, but I was so embarrassed by myself for the way that I thought about Democrats and why I voted Democrat. I had a previous video and I had a flannel shirt on or whatever, and I was like, yeah, this is why I'm voting Democrat, because I don't think that, and this was Trump's first term. And I said, I don't think that Trump actually really cared about running for president of the United States of America. I think that he just looked at it as a marketing opportunity. And similar to, I think, the sentiment with J.D. Vance, right? J.D. Vance once at one point was like, yo, I don't think that Trump is serious about being president of the United States of America. I think that he sees this as a marketing opportunity. And so I think part of it was ignorance. And then the other part of it was, we had never seen somebody that had been so transformational from outside of the establishment, that was not a career politician, that already had resources and that was rich, that still wanted American values, because we were so used to, I still got that video uploaded. Let me see it. Let me laugh at myself. See if I can find it. Give me a second. We were so used to, thinking that it was only supposed to be one way, and we were programmed to think it. And so that was the time that I was, yep, it is still up. It is absolutely still up. This video is so cringe, man. It's so stupid. 6 minutes and 11 seconds. 8 years ago. Yep, it's exactly 8 years ago. Crazy. Let me see if I can pull this up so I can embarrass myself. Let me see.
What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. With the election coming up here in 2016 between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I thought it'd be interesting to give an open and honest assessment about who it is that I feel should be president, why I'm voting for them, in addition to giving an honest assessment as to why I feel they're best for that.
I can't watch this shit. I can't watch it. I can't, dog. Oh, man. I can't watch it. Man.
Position. So before I start talking about the candidates specifically, let me give you a little.
I can't do this shit. I'm not doing this shit. Hell no. Let me mute this. Let me put this video on private. Keep that as just about part of my personal collection. I ain't doing that. No, dog. That video is no, dog. No. Nope. Y'all said I got the Slimmy shirt on. Oh man. No. Heck no. Yeah, I was a DEI like a mug, wasn't I? I was a DEI. I did. I deserve it. I deserve every L that's coming to me right now. Hey, I actually made that jump. I made that video. I watched it. I said, you know what? This is good for the internet, and I put it out there to the internet. Oh, man. Thank God for growth. I might have to take it. I have to bring it back out again. Hold on, let me see. Because I definitely privated that video. Oh, God. What is wrong with me? What the hell was I doing at that time? Why was I thinking that? What was wrong? You know what? This is the perfect example. I'm embarrassed for myself. Let me say something really quickly. I might play it. It's Friday. I might play it. I might just go home and play it. This proves that it's important for us to break away from the Democratic plantation. This definitively proves. Let me unmute that. No, that wasn't Foreman Mills. That was a Ralph Lauren shirt. Let me put it back out there. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and just be embarrassed. I might as well take my L's with everybody else. Let's go for it. Just skip it.
What's going on is so solidly made.
I didn't even have my what's going on the way that it was supposed to go. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's Anton from Anton Daniels.com. Come on, man. Let me get listen to my what's going on. It's not right. Oh, hold on. I did that wrong. What's wrong with my what's going on? And I remember this video. I re-recorded my what's going on like 7 times because it just wasn't hitting the way that it was supposed to.
What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com.
Oh, shoot. Oh, dog. Free our people, man.
The election coming up here in 2000 for them, in addition to giving an honest assessment as to why I feel they're best for that position. So before I start talking about the candidates specifically, let me give you a little background information as to who I am, what demographic I probably fit in, and why it makes sense for me to give you my assessment. Right now here in 2016.
Why is my voice so high? Why is my voice so high? Why my voice? Lord, give me a normal voice.
34 years years old. I am college educated. I consider myself solidly middle class. I'm not rich by any means, but if I'm being completely honest, I am doing really well. I am an IT professional. I do consider myself somewhat of an entrepreneur. I run several.
I can't, dog. I can't see myself through this. I can't see myself do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm so broken. I'm so broken right now. Oh, Jesus. Lord, give me the strength to sit through 6 minutes of this. Oh, my God. Oh, oh, God. Lord, give me the strength. Oh, no, we not going to delete it. We going to take our L's. It is what it is. It's the growth. I just can't watch it. It's hard for me to watch personally myself.
Small businesses, and in addition to that, I am an investor. More importantly, I'm a father of an 8-year-old daughter. I've been married for 12 and a half years. Obviously, I'm African American. I don't know what else to tell you. I live in Michigan. I've been here all my life. I volunteer a lot. I give back to the city and the communities in which I grew up.
What the fuck is wrong with my S's? Nigga, get some bass in your voice. It's that gap that I had in my teeth. I had to get my teeth fixed, and I had a gap in my teeth, and so I kept saying, get your S's together, dog. Put some bass in your voice. Gosh.
Up in, which is Detroit, Michigan. I am a church guy. I'm always learning. And with that being said, I consider myself a lifetime student. Let me also say that I don't identify myself as Democrat or Republican. So I always vote on who I feel is the best person for the position, not across party lines. I guess the best and most efficient way for me to do this is just to give an assessment of each candidate individually. My main thing that I think about when I think about Donald Trump is businessman, promoter. So to be completely honest and transparent, there are some things that he says in my mind that make sense. I do think that immigration needs to be tightened up a bit. And I also somewhat like the fact that he's honest about what he really feels, and that translates into what he says on a daily basis. I don't necessarily agree with everything that he says, but I like the fact that he's candid. That way I can get a clear assessment on what it is that he's saying and where he stands. I don't really think that he thought that he'd get this far. It was a promotional thing on his end, and then it just snowballed into something that was bigger than him. So now he's just going with it. Win or lose, he still wins because he's a businessman and he's in the business of promoting himself. He is the brand. The United States is the most powerful country in the world, and with great power comes great responsibility. If you look at his track record from a business perspective, and it's out there for everybody to see, especially with regard to the casinos in Atlantic City and everything like that, he's a horrible person from an ethics perspective. When you're the president of the United States, or you hold any public office for that matter, you have to put what's in the best interest of the people before yourself. And I think the
Growth is hard. Growth is hard. I had to go get my black Air Force Ones and my black t-shirt, bro. Oh, this is a hard watch. This is a hard watch. I hate myself. I hate who I was. Mmm. Mmm.
foundation of his campaign does not represent that. Whenever you can say something like,
Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
For me, that's an issue because no one person.
I sound just like a fucking Democrat, bro. I sound just like a liberal. I sound honest to God, and I sound just like them people that be on TikTok that be whining and complaining and talking this diversity, equity, inclusion bullshit. and going left. I sound just like the people that I hate today, and to hear them coming. Gosh.
Has ever become successful on their own, including him. And I think that it takes more than one person, a community of people, an entire generation, people that sacrifice themselves and their own brand and their own self-interest for
My
the
S's
benefit
is
of the people.
S'ing.
I think that's the ideal person for serving in public office. He just doesn't fit that mold for me. Moving over into Hillary Clinton, I'm not necessarily a fan of her either. I can't really fault her for being in a position to take advantage of the fact that her husband is a former president. Also, you can't really fault her for taking advantage of the fact that people hired her to come in and give speeches and they paid her a large amount of money. You have to be careful on how you straddle that line, because I do think that corporate interests, they overlap too much into the political world. I don't like lobbyists. I don't like people that can pay their way into a politician's pocket. And I think that you have to be careful in evaluating her, because there are a lot of corporations that paid her a lot of money to come in and do speeches. However, you know, Donald Trump has also done
So green. I was so green. So green. Just jumping out there. I'm hurting my own self. I want to hurt. I want to just, I feel like I'm going straight to the weight room after this video.
done business with a lot of people. If I'm not mistaken, I think Donald Trump also gave to Hillary Clinton's campaign when she was running against Barack Obama. But I think that she's the best person for the position. I think she's more inclusive instead of putting.
I just said inclusive. Jesus Christ. I literally just said inclusive, bro. I think that she's more inclusive. What is wrong with me? Yo! Oh, no, dog. Oh, God. Listen to me talking, looking dumb.
Everybody down or saying who's wrong or who's right. When I hear her speak, she's trying to find a solution. Even when she ran against Bernie Sanders, and in my opinion, Bernie Sanders was really hardline Democrat. When it was all said and done and she became the clear winner, she still went over to him and she adopted some of his policies. That just showed me that she was more open to bettering her campaign, bettering her message, you know, actually delivering a better product on the behalf of the people, and not just necessarily, you know, hardline about what it is that she feels. And anything that you do in life, whether you're in public office, whether you're in a corporate position, it's not necessarily about how you feel. It's about what's best for the team. I like the fact that she's more open to hearing other people's messages. I think that I would trust her more with the nuclear codes than I would trust Donald Trump. I think that she's a lot more respected amongst her constituents and people in the political world. The things that she says and I can better identify with than I can with Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is a great businessman, and in business, in a lot of ways, it's not personal, it's always business. However, you start getting into speaking on behalf of a lot of people, or having the nuclear codes, or negotiating with other countries, or talking about your ethics or your moral compass, I don't think that that lines up with a person that would call themselves a public servant. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be voting for Hillary Clinton this year in the 2016 election.
Show's over. I'm about to end. I promise to God, I'm about to end this show. Oh my God. What was I doing? What am I thinking? Why did I do this? Oh Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. Forgive me, Jesus. I have sinned. I repent. In the name of Jesus, I repent. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for delivering me. Oh, God. How much more time I got? 30 more seconds of this? Might as well get to the last 30.
And I'm sure there's a ton of details that we can get into as to why and who and the moral compass and whether or not he lied or she lied or he told the truth or she told the truth. But the fact of the matter is I feel like not only does she more closely represent my moral compass and ideals, but she's also better for the future of my daughter. So I'm sure there's a bunch of...
Get this shit off my screen right now. Get it off my screen. Get it off my screen right now. Oh. I'm embarrassed. Very few times in my life can I say that I've been online and I've gotten embarrassed. I'm not sure if I can remember off the top of my head being this embarrassed about what I see right now on my screen. This is embarrassing. Oh my God. Yes, I do sound zesty. It's being liberal, bro. Liberalism is a spirit. It gotta be a spirit, bro. It's no way. Listen, I'm able to look at myself and say, who is that guy? I don't like him and I don't ever want to see him again, but I gotta leave it up. I have to leave it up. And the reason that I have to leave it up is because I have to show you why what I see. Listen, when I see this, I see what I don't like. And I also see what I see in a lot of other people that are still stuck on a Democrat plantation. I see a weak person that was struggling to break away from the thing that I was indoctrinated to believe from my family. And so I had all of these stupid, dumb, liberal DEI talking points. I even use the word inclusive. What am I talking about inclusive? Why am I talking about inclusive? And again, I'm so transparent and I'm so real that I will tell you and I will show you that yes, over time you evolve, you become a better version of yourself. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a lot of our stories. And the reason that I'm gonna leave it up, and the reason that I leave up everything that I got from the past is because it is a lot of our stories. It is a lot of the things that we grow up to believe, and we've been programmed from other black people, from Democrats, from our parents, and from the people in the church to believe that this is the way that you're supposed to be in our lives. Let me see if I can go through and see some of the super chats because I might have to actually physically pull them up. Give me a second. Because when you lose your connection and then you got to reconnect, you lose your super chats. I'm going to see if I can pull it up and go through some of them. I might not be able to pull them up on the screen, but I'm definitely going to try to read a lot of them. Yeah, I lost a lot of the super chats. Gosh. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about losing the super chats, but I am, bro. I am absolutely disgusted, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can rewind it. Yo, you don't understand the level of disgust that I have as a result of watching this. It's aggravating. I didn't realize that it was as bad as it was. Where's the lesson in this? The lesson is to break away from the Democrat plantation. Oh, man. I got all of my famous friends hitting me up right now. All of my famous friends, basketball, entertainment, rappers, all of them is hitting me up right now. Anton, that was crazy. Jesus Christ. Anyways, evolution, we got to grow.